In 2.6, they gave us two different topics, probability and odds. This video, we're just going to look at how to find the probability of a simple event. Why is probability important in sports? A basketball player is at the free throw line. Her team is down by 1 point. If she makes an average of 75% of her free throws, what is the probability she will tie the game with her first shot? Well, she makes 3 out of every 4, so she should tie it 3/4 of the time, or 75%. One way to describe the likelihood of an event occurring is with probability. The probability of a simple event, like a coin landing heads up when it is tossed, is the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes for the event to the total number of possible outcomes of the event. The probability of an event can be expressed as a fraction, decimal, or a percent. Suppose you wanted to find the probability of rolling a 4 on a die. When you roll a die, there are 6 possible outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. This list of all possible outcomes is called the sample space. Of these outcomes, only one, a 4, is favorable. So the probability of rolling a 4 is 1/6, or as a decimal, 0.16 repeating, or about 16.7%. The probability of an event can be expressed as P of A equals number of favorable outcomes over total number of possible outcomes. And I like to make my silly little favorable over total, the shorthand. Find the probability of rolling a number greater than 2 on a die. Our total sample space includes the numbers 1 through 6, and 4 of those are greater than the 2 out of the 6 possible. So our probability is 4 out of 6, which of course we always want to reduce fractions. So that'd be the same as 2/3, or you could write it as a decimal, or you could write it as a percent. Be approximately 66.7%. A class contains 6 students with black hair, 8 with brown hair, 4 with blonde hair, and 2 with red hair. Find the probability that someone has black hair. There are 6 students with black hair out of a total of 20 students. So we have 6 favorable out of 20 total. That's going to reduce to, we could divide by 2, 3/10, which as a decimal is 0.3, and as a percent is 30%. Doesn't hurt us to review those equivalencies that you worked on in previous years. In the same class, now they want us to find the probability that someone has either red or brown hair. There are 2 students with red hair, 8 with brown, so there are 10 students with either red or brown hair. So our favorable outcomes are 10 out of the total possible of 20. We would reduce our fraction to 1/2, which is a decimal is 0.5, and as a percent is 50%. Still in the same class, find the probability that someone is not blonde. Now, they found the not blonde by adding everyone else together, but since we already knew a total was 20, and I see that there are 4 blonde, I might have just subtracted 20 minus 4 and got 16 for not blonde. So 16 over 20 reduces to 4/5, which is 0.8 as a decimal, or 80% as a percent. The probability of an event A can be expressed as P of A equals the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes.